now let us move on further for discussion of this chapter. As I proved here with this classification that this chapter cannot be named as non-trading organization, but this chapter can be named as a non-profit making organization or accounting not for profit making organization. As we know that this service organization without profit motive is similar to these two. So since service motive organization without profit, it cannot be called as a non-trading organization, because I have proved you that non-trading organization can be also called as a manufacturing business. So now service organization without profit motive can be called as a non-profit making organization, and accounting not for profit. So not for profit, non-profit, without profit, and on and all these are same. And as I told you, we are going to discuss this new chapter that is called as your non-profit making organization, or you can call it as a accounting not for profit making organization, which is categorized under this deep process, that is service organization without profit motive, where I have given you certain examples like charitable trusts, temples, schools, colleges, society, clubs, and all. So we are going to discuss detail about a trust or a club, where we can discuss this chapter in more detail. Okay, so let us discuss that. So I am erasing all those things. I hope you got understood why I made this classification that we have studied earlier, just for to make you clear whether these two things are same or not. So now we are going to discuss deeper into this chapter, that you call it as a non-profit making organization or accounting not for profit making organization. So since this is proved, I will make it erase just now. So let us discuss this chapter in more detail. Okay, as you can see, this is called as a non-profit making organization. So I am taking an example of a charitable trust. Charitable trust or a society club. We will go more deeper into this. As you know, we have studied about the basis of accounting. There were three bases of accounting: cash basis, accrual or mercantile basis, and mixed basis. So definitely we are not following always the cash basis of accounting, because business also has certain credit transactions to make for surviving in the society, and also for increasing the volume of the customers, or increase the volume of the transaction for getting more profit and higher sales. So that does not go same or go at par with this non-profit making organization. As we are running a trust or a temple, if you go for a temple and if you buy some coconut and all for worshipping to your god and all, so you won't get those on credit basis. So definitely in the trust also, in the club also, there are smaller transactions made. There are also activities or the transactions taken place at these non-profit making organizations, but compared to the trading or the profit making organization, the volume of the transactions that are taken place here is less. Okay, and also on cash basis, because here you cannot make the credit transaction, because we are not purchasing the goods and selling it to the customers. Here this organization is made just for providing service to the society or for the welfare of the society. This exists only for a society welfare purpose. Okay, because this is not a profit making concern, it is a service providing concern. So as compared to the trading and profit making organization, the transactions or the activities that are taken place here is much less, and also they follow a cash basis of accounting. So just I am writing over here, the charity trust or charitable trust or club, they follow cash basis of accounting. They follow cash basis of accounting, because they cannot continue the transaction or the smaller transactions on credit basis. Okay, since they are providing service. For example, I am taking an example of charitable trust where you are running an orphanage. Okay, where different type of children are there in your trust. So you can't feed them on credit basis. You are definitely going to make them availability of the food by purchasing the material from outside on cash basis only, because there cannot be availability of the credit basis. So what I'm trying to say is, this type of organizations are not operating in the society for credit basis. They definitely do their transactions, but they do the smaller lot transactions with the cash basis itself. They do not do any type of transaction on the credit basis. Okay, so since they follow cash basis of accounting, and since they pursue some transactions, they incur some transactions, we need to make record of those transactions. What I'm trying to tell you is that, for example, I'm running an orphanage. Okay, so there are different rich persons who come across and give us the donations. So who will keep the proper record of the donation, that how much is invested, how much is used, how much is the balance, and what could be done for the remaining balance to get more regular income for the organization for the running of the orphanages. So these type of transactions need a proper record maintenance. Okay, so definitely we do the smaller transactions or the lesser transactions, and also on the cash basis. So definitely we need to know now what kind of balance, with how much of balance we started our organization, and with how much balance daily we spend our days, and how much balance is there to feed the children in the next days or the upcoming days. Okay, so that is what utmost required. So record maintenance is must also for this type of organizations, because you have to make a proper record of how much you are investing, how much you are spending, how much you are getting from your donors, because there are a lot of donors who come and donate to your organization for the welfare of the society or for the welfare of the children who are under the self of your orphanages. Okay, so definitely we are going to record transactions for these societies too. Okay, so definitely as we come across now, they follow cash basis of accounting. They do not follow any accrual or mercantile basis, because they do not commit any credit transactions. Okay, so the thing is, if they do any transaction, if they make record of that how much amount is received from the donor, how much is to be invested, and how much is to be used, so they have to make proper record regarding those transactions. Therefore, they are making a record of this transaction in the form of cash book. Since they follow cash basis, the register or the book they maintain, or the record they maintain, is called as cash book. And as you know, what is the meaning of cash book? We have already studied. Generally, cash book are of three types: simple, double, and triple. But it is not a trading business that they will follow different type of books. They just follow a cash book, or moreover, you can call it as a cash register. Okay, or you can call it as a cash register, where they record different type of receipts and payment, that how much they received in cash in the form of donation, or receipt, or the grants from the government, or the donations from the donor, or how much they make payments, like the smaller expenses like purchase of the tournament equipments, or the food for the children, and the notebooks and pens and stationeries for the children and for their daily uses. Okay, so there are different type of receipts and payments for these organizations also. Okay, so they follow cash basis of accounting, so definitely they would be maintaining a record or a book. So that record or book can be called as a cash book or cash register. Okay, so this cash book or cash register is commonly called as a, what it is given a name, that is called as a receipt and payment account. That is called as a receipt and payment account. So now we are discussing about the record maintenance of the chapter. Okay, so please pay attention. It is a very easy chapter, but if you don't pay attention, you won't get understand what I am telling about this chapter. Okay, look carefully. We are going to discuss. We are discussing about the non-profit making organization in the form of a trust or a society club, where they follow the cash basis of accounting. And since they follow cash basis of accounting and they make transactions, so they make transaction in the form of a record that can be called as a cash book or cash register. That cash book or cash register of the non-profit making organization is commonly called as a receipt and payment account, where they make necessary receipts like in the form of donation, in the form of fees, in the form of grants we receive from the government, and they also record the different type of payments, like payments made for the purchase of food materials, payment made for the purchase of the stationeries, payment made for the purchase of some required fixed assets for the purpose of the fulfillment of the wishes of the children and the other things of the trust of the society. Okay, so they call it this cash register as a receipt and payment account. And see, again I'm telling, since they follow cash basis of accounting, they do not have any credit transactions to record for in their particular record, because cash book is a particular account or a book where you cannot record a credit transaction, because the name itself signifies it is a cash book or cash register. Since they record the receipt and payments regarding the cash, it is moreover called as a receipt and payment account. But in this type of organization also, the transactions can be smaller and bulker or larger. That means the payments or receipts can be in smaller lot or in larger lot. For example, if donor comes to the organization, he donates 100 rupees. What kind of receipt that you take as? That is a smaller receipt. Okay. But when a donor comes to your organization and he grants you 1 lakh rupees, what kind of grant that 1 lakh rupees is? That is definitely a bigger receipt for the organization. Likewise, when you record the business transactions, considering yourself as a business, when you record transactions of the non-profit making organization, you have to consider yourself as a trust or a society or a club, so that you can understand what things are called as receipt and what things are called as the payments. So now when we are discussing about this chapter, we should consider ourselves as a club or society or trust. So when a donor comes to donate something, we are the receivers, we are the recipients. So when 100 rupees is received, that is smaller receipt. I cannot say that is smaller payment, that can be a smaller payment for the donor. And when he donates 1 lakh rupees, that is again a larger receipt for us. That can be a larger payment for the donor, because since we are the non-profit making organization, or we consider ourselves as the trust or the club or a society, the donations made by the donor can be called as a payment for them and can be called as the receipt for us. Now the thing is, how can we distinguish the receipts and payment into larger and smaller? Because it is an organization. Since the organization is there and the transactions are incurred on daily basis or on monthly basis, okay, if you say, so the transactions are also having involvement of the smaller cash payments and cash receipts, larger cash receipts and cash payments. So they need to be again identified and distinguished between the smaller payments and receipts, larger payments and receipts. So commonly, all sorts of receipts and payments that may be larger or smaller, they are recorded in cash book or receipt and payment account. What I am telling you is that there are a lot of transactions in a year that takes place in a non-profit making organization. So all those type of receipts that may be smaller or larger, all those sorts of payments that may be smaller or larger are recorded in a single book, that is cash register or cash book, or you can moreover call it as a receipt and payment account. Now, when we come across the distinction of those items, like the cash payments are of two types, like smaller payments and larger payments. Cash receipts can be again distinguished or classified into two types, like this, smaller receipts and larger receipts. For those purposes, again, two more financial statements are prepared. So you can call it as a financial statement. Definitely we are not working for a trading organization or a profit making organization, but rather we are working for a non-profit making organization. Since we record the transactions of financial character, we call those records or books or statements as financial statement. If I call these records as a financial statement, don't get confused that I am telling about a trading organization or a profit oriented organization. Definitely I am talking about a non-profit making organization, but since here also we record the transaction involving cash only, as they follow the cash basis of accounting. So here also the transactions are recorded on the basis of cash, and there are involvement of the cash receipts and cash payments, and the transactions involving financial character are recorded in a particular book or record or register. They can be called as a financial statement. Okay, so there can be financial statement both for the profit making organization and not for profit making organization. Non-profit making organization are also for the trading organization. So not to get confused with these names, we can call these records or the registers as a financial statements. Now, since all the transactions are following cash basis in the non-profit making organization, and all those transactions are recorded in a book called receipt and payment account, because there are cash receipts and cash payments on daily basis or monthly basis. Okay, that may be smaller or larger, but all those payments and receipts that are small or large are written in this account. But after when you move further, there are more two financial statements are prepared for the proper distinguish of the smaller payments and smaller receipts, the larger payments and the larger receipts. Students, you must be knowing that we have already studied in the trading organization what those smaller receipts and payments are known as, and what those bulk or the larger payments and receipts are known as. I think you must be knowing that. So before writing, try to inculcate in your mind what those smaller payment and receipts are called and what those larger payments and receipts are called, both for a profit making organization and non-profit making organization. Okay. So I can call that, since it is a record book, and I can call it as a financial statement also. Okay, I can call it as a financial statement. So more two financial statement are there, because this is a statement or record that merges different type of transactions regarding smaller payments and larger payments, and smaller receipts and larger receipts. So to make a proper categorization and proper classification, two more financial statements are prepared for this non-profit making organization to make a proper identification of smaller receipts and payments, larger receipts and payments. So I asked you that what those smaller receipts and payments are called, and what those larger payments and receipts are called. We have already studied this in our trading business or trading organization. Okay, so definitely receipts are of two types, that are smaller receipts and larger receipts. Smaller receipts and larger receipts. Till I write the name, try to inculcate in your mind, try to remind what those terms are called as for the smaller receipts and payments and the larger receipts and payments. Definitely the payment is again will be of two types, that is smaller payments and the larger payments. So just think the transactions involving smaller amount, smaller payment. Can I call payment as expenses? Consider what those smaller expenses are called as. Remembering the term revenue and capital. Got it? So smaller receipts and smaller payments are called as revenue items, and larger receipts and larger payments are called as capital item. Okay. So what the smaller receipts can be called as revenue receipts. Okay. What this called as revenue receipts. Okay, and what these larger payments are, larger receipts are called as? So we are going one by one. Sorry, since the smaller receipts are called as revenue receipts, the smaller payments would be called as. I am writing it different so that you can understand. Okay, so the smaller receipts are called as revenue receipts. Got it? So the smaller payments will be called as revenue payments. Likewise, revenue payments or revenue expenditure, you can say that. Okay, and the larger receipts are called as capital receipts. And the larger payments are called as capital payments. Got it? For the smaller transactions nature, the term is given as revenue, and for the transactions of the larger nature are called as capital. The smaller transaction called as revenue payments or revenue receipts, the larger transactions are called as capital receipts and capital payments. And you can call this capital payment is again capital expenditure. Likewise, you can call it that smaller payment is a revenue expenditure. These revenue payments and revenue expenditure are the same, and capital payment and capital expenditure are the same. We have already discussed in our video where we have discussed these terms. Okay, so now not going more detail into it. If you have doubt regarding these revenue receipts and revenue payments and capital receipts and capital payment, how they are given these names, then please go to my earlier video where I have discussed about this revenue and capital in detail. Okay, in the expenditure, payment, receipts, all those things, profit and losses are discussed in detail. If you want, if you have in doubt, you can go to that video. But now we cannot go more detail into that because we are discussing a new chapter. So first of all, now we can see that this organization follows cash basis. So that records or books or some transaction that is called as a cash book or cash register. More about that is called as a receipt and payment account. This is the first financial statement prepared under this non-profit making organization. And since this account records the transactions of both nature, that is smaller nature or larger nature, which means smaller cash payments and larger cash payments, smaller cash receipts, larger cash receipts. So I have made a proper distinction about this. Receipts are of two types, that is revenue receipts and capital receipts. Payments are of again two types, that is revenue payments and capital payments. So this is the first financial statement that records all sort of transactions. Okay, all sort of transactions. But to make a proper distinction between these two revenue transactions and these two capital transactions, two more financial statements are prepared. Okay, as I told you, These records or the books can be also called as financial statement because they record transactions having financial character. But the difference is that the trading organization works for profit, this non-profit making organization works for service, and the trading organization business having lot of transactions and higher sales. Okay, but here the transactions involved are very less, few, where you record in the form of 3 financial statements. We record these 3 financial statements only because for a proper categorization of the items regarding revenue and capital. And some of the organization also can maintain just the cash book or cash register if they are a small entity. But if the trust is of big and it incurs larger and larger transactions for this daily basis or monthly basis, so definitely they follow 3 or they prepare the 3 financial statements. That is, first is receipt and payment account and 2 more financial statements just to make a proper categorization of the revenue receipts and revenue payments, and for the categorization of the capital receipts and capital payments. Like you prepared in your trading organization profit and loss account for recording revenue items and balance sheet for the capital item. If you remember, we prepared trading and profit and loss account, but basically if we say for accrual basis, profit and loss account records all the revenue items, only expenses, because trading account records expenses, but it also records some real account balances like purchase, sales, opening stock, closing stock. So moreover, I am taking the name of the profit and loss account for the best example as recording of revenue transaction, where in the debit side the revenue payments were recorded and the credit side revenue receipts were recorded. So likewise, in the non-profit making organization, similar to profit and loss account, there will be prepared another financial statement. That is, so this is the first financial statement. So in the absence of space, I am writing over here. The second financial statement is similar to profit and loss account, where you record the only revenue payment and revenue receipt. So all the revenue receipts and revenue payment of this non-profit making organization or a club or a trust or a society is recorded in this financial statement that is similar to profit and loss account, but the name is different. That is income and expenditure account. But the name is income and expenditure account. Since it is a ledger account, so it has also 2 sides, that is debit side and credit side. Okay, and as I told you, it is totally similar to income and your profit and loss account. But the difference is that here you record the transactions for the service motive, there you record transactions for the profit motive. Okay, and there you got profit or loss, but here the result will be surplus or deficit. I will tell you that later on. Okay, so it has debit side and credit side. In the debit side, what are recorded? Revenue, payments, and in credit side, revenue, receipts. Okay, so now moving on to the third one. The third financial statement prepared for recording capital receipts and capital payments is, the name is same. As like you prepare balance sheet in your trading organization, the same balance sheet is prepared for non-profit making organization also. But the thing that is peculiar in this balance sheet, I will tell you. So here also the third financial statement prepared is balance sheet. Okay, so likewise the balance sheet you have in the earlier, it has also 2 sides, that is the left hand side and the right hand side. In the left hand side, you write all sort of liabilities. But the thing is that there you make a proper categorization of different type of liability, fixed liability, current liability, fixed liability. Here there won't be any categorization of the liability. And the right hand side there would be the asset side. And the thing that you made their categorization of the fixed asset and current asset, fictitious asset, intangible asset, here won't be those categorizations. Here there will be fewer transactions of the fewer liabilities or the fewer assets will be existing in this type of non-profit making organization. Okay, now moving on to the peculiarity about these 3 financial statements. Since I told you receipt and payment account is similar to cash book, or it is prepared from a cash book or a cash register. It just shows or it starts and closes with the opening and closing balance of cash. Please look carefully. It starts with the opening balance of cash and it ends with the closing balance of cash. These 2 are most important. Okay, that is what the total similar is cash book is all about. Receipt and payment account starts with the opening balance of cash and closes with the closing balance of cash. And since in your triple column cash book you record the cash transaction and the bank transaction in the different column, but here cash transaction and the bank transaction will be merged in the same column. There will not be any differentiation of check transactions or the bank transaction and the cash transaction. Here all sort of cash transaction and bank transaction in the same side, that maybe the debit side or credit side, will be recorded or merged will be in the same column. There will not be different columns for cash transaction and bank transaction. Okay, so the debit side, as you know in your cash book, the debit side is the receipt side as earlier we do, and the credit side is the payment side. Okay, so the receipts are of two types as you know, and the payments are also two types that I have discussed just now. Okay, if there will be receipt of the cash or the receipt of bank will be recorded in the debit side in the single column, merged in the same column. Okay, and in credit side there will be payment of check or the payment of cash will be written in the same column without any categorization of the different columns. So since receipt and payment account like cash book, it starts and ends with the opening and closing balance of cash or bank, we can say cash or bank balance. Now moving on to our second. Since there are four type of transactions, two is of revenue nature, two is of capital nature. So these two revenue nature transactions, that is revenue receipts and revenue payments, are taken to your second financial statement, that is called as income and expenditure account. So debits, it is a nominal account and this is a real account, because cash means real account, and by name it says it is a nominal account. And as you know, this is just a statement. So balance is not an account, it is just a statement. Okay, so being nominal account, debit side is the payment side or the expense side, credit side is the receipt side or the income side. Now in your profit and loss account, when you close the account, you get net profit or net loss. But since we are operating for a non-profit making organization and we are not operating for any profit, but we are providing service to the society, so here upon closing the income and expenditure account, you will get two things, that is either surplus or deficit. What you will get? Either surplus or deficit. Either you will be running excess of cash or either you will be running deficit by cash. There will be no profit and loss. If your incomes or receipts are more than the payments, you can call it as a surplus. Okay. If your payments or the expenses are more than the receipts, then it is called as deficit. Okay. Income more than expenses, profit. So receipts more than payments, surplus. Expenses are more than the income, then it is loss in a trading organization. Here you can say payments are more than the receipts, means we are running deficit. Okay, that is what the difference between your profit and loss account and income and expenditure account. There you get net profit and net loss upon closure of the account. Here we get surplus or deficit upon the closure of the account name, income and expenditure account, or the second financial statement, that is a nominal account prepared under non-profit making organization. Now moving on to the third and the last and the most important financial statement of this, where we record all sort of capital transactions, that is in the left hand side we record the liabilities. So moreover you can call the liabilities as the capital receipts, okay, and the assets as the capital payments. Okay, since we record the capital nature of transaction in our balance sheet, and it has two sides, that is liability side and the asset side, likewise in our trading organization balance sheet. So all sort of capital receipts in the form of liabilities are recorded in the liability side, and all the capital payments that are purchased in the form of assets are recorded in the asset side. Now, as I told you, the main thing that is peculiar or the difference or the unique about this balance sheet and that balance sheet, in the trading organization, your balance sheet starts with the owner's contribution of the funds, that is called as capital. But now, in this chapter, it also starts with a balance called capital, but the name will be little different, that is capital fund. Okay, got it? So the balance sheet of a trading organization and non-profit making organization are prepared in the same format, but the difference is in a trading making organization you make the posting of the transfer of the assets and liabilities by making proper categorization, that is different type of asset, that is fixed TTS, current, fixed, intangible, contingent. But here in this type of balance sheet, here we will not having more categorization of the assets and liabilities, because the volume of the transaction that would be taking place in this type of non-profit making organization is usually small. That is why they follow a cash basis of accounting. But since the transactions are of two nature, that is revenue and capital nature, so two more financial statements are prepared, that is income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So this financial statement record only revenue transactions, and this financial statement record only capital nature of transaction. So it records capital receipt and this records capital payments, as I made a proper indication, as you can see. Okay. And the balance sheet of the trading organization starts with capital, that is the contribution made by the owner. But here the same thing is written, but different term is used, that is capital fund. And likewise in your trading organization, same goes here. Like if your balance sheet does not tally, definitely you made some mistake in your receipt and payment account or your income and expenditure account. Got it? So here also, when you complete your solving of the problem given in your chapter, your balance sheet should tally. The most important thing you should know is receipt and payment account is your question. In this chapter, receipt and payment account will be your question, and you have to make the solution in the form of income and expenditure account and balance sheet. Now the thing is, since you know receipt and payment account is what? It records all sort of receipts and payments, and it records all the cash and bank transaction in the same column. So what is your work is, if given as a task of receipt and payment account, you have to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So you have to find all sort of revenue receipts and revenue payments from the receipt and payment account, and then you have to take it to the respective debit and credit side of income and expenditure account. And all those capital receipts and capital payments you have to find from the receipt and payment account, and respectively you have to take to the balance sheet, liability or asset side. And finally, you have to close this account to get surplus or deficit, and this balance sheet should be closed upon tally. And if it does not tally, you have to check where you have made any mistakes. So this is all about this chapter, where you will be recording these three financial statements. And as I told you, this is the first financial statement that will be given in the form of question, and from that question you have to prepare these two financial statements, that is income and expenditure account and balance sheet. Okay, by transferring the items by proper categorization, which is a revenue receipt and which is a revenue payment and which is a capital receipt and which is a capital payment. First of all, we made a proper justification that what the name should be given to this chapter. So this chapter can be called as a non-profit making organization and accounting for not-for-profit organization, because they run not for profit but to provide service to the society, or they exist for the welfare of the society, and they follow cash basis. So they maintain cash book or cash register, and they prepare some financial statement if the volume of the transactions are little more, that is receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account, balance sheet. Okay. So in the receipt and payment account, they record all sort of receipt, that is revenue receipt and capital receipt and revenue payments and capital payment, and they do not make any other categorization or classification regarding cash and bank transaction. Both type of transactions are recorded in the same column. And after identification of revenue and capital nature of item, two more financial statements are prepared, that is income and expenditure account and balance sheet. The peculiar thing that you have by preparing these two are, it is similar to profit and loss account, and this is similar to your cash book. Okay. The peculiarities, in your cash book you record cash and bank transaction different, but here it is merged. It is similar to profit and loss account, and there you get net profit or net loss, but you get surplus or deficit, depending which is higher and which is lower. And balance sheet of a trading organization starts with the capital. Here it starts with capital funds. So this is what the uniqueness and the peculiarity about the financial statements that are recorded in this chapter and compared to the financial statements recorded in your trading business organizations. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me further. So this is all about today's class regarding the non-profit making organization. Soon in the next video we will be going through the problems of this chapter. Okay, if you have more doubt regarding this, you can watch my earlier video regarding receipts and payments of the revenue nature and the capital nature. Okay, thank you.